Now, questions and comments. Yes, ma'am.
But I'm an anthropologist, Ellen Zimmerman. I'm from Framingham University in Massachusetts, and I'm teaching here this semester. I just want to reaffirm the importance of studying language, because when the language is lost, the culture is lost. The language encodes all of that information. When the culture is lost, the people are gone. All of humanity has lost that section of humanity. And I wanted to go to the example you gave of African American English, and you used a phrase, I be cold.
Yeah.
Okay, so African American English is a bit different. That not all African Americans speak it, and not only African Americans speak it, but it grew up in a separate, segregated society. I be cold is a phrase that cannot be duplicated in any other variety of English because it's called invariant be. And when you say I be cold, it means I am always and forever and ongoingly cold. So it's stating a condition of life for me. And to say I am cold, it could mean I'm cold now, it could mean I get cold easily, but it doesn't have that same import. Many people in the United States think that African American English is a deep-based way of speaking, that it's not an authentic way, that it's a slang version. Linguists, of course, know differently, that it's a very rich and complex linguistic system. But if some people had their way, no child would be allowed to speak that language because it's considered a disability. And then that happens, no child can say, I be cold, and make that very concise, very meaningful statement about the condition of his or her life. So language is definitely very important.
Thanks.
Well, Professor William Lebov from University of Pennsylvania has, publications under the heading Logic of Non-Standard English. So, any other comments and questions if you have? Well, Dr. Deshwatham, I would make a comment here. The tribal languages are not dialects. Never dialects, they are languages. If a language doesn't have script, it's not a dialect. If anybody argues that way, Sanskrit is also a dialect because the Vedas are called Shruti, and we have Pratishakyas, Shikshas, and all these things, how to articulate the mantras so that we can remember. So language and dialect is a political issue. Yesterday, Maithili was a dialect of Hindi. Today, it is a part of our 8th schedule and a separate language. Yesterday, Konkani was a dialect of Marathi. Today, it is not. So let's not, every tribal language is a language. So let's take it that way. Because as you know, Brahmi's script is used for writing everything in this country, most of the languages in this country. So if you look at from that point of view, Telugu is also a dialect 1,500 years ago. So let's not get into those things. A language is a language. Let's respect all languages. Once you call a dialect, it has a pejorative kind of, sense attached to that. So that's my only comment. We'll talk later then. Let's, so again, big hand to Dr. Deshwaratnam for making this